Today we will be exploring what is considered the four main phases of German government after the unification of Germany in 1871. You and your group mates, which will be assigned to you later, are creating a history book of each stage of German government. You and your classmates will be separated into four different groups which are going to represent each part of that German government. The first being the Weimar Republic and World War I. The second, the rise in Nazism. The third, World War II. And the fourth, post-World War II. The first thing you're going to do while in your groups, again, a reminder, I will assign those groups to you as well as your topic to your group. You will be conducting group research. While you are conducting this research, I will be requiring you to conduct a timeline. You are going to be pulling main points from this timeline in which you will discuss as a group and assign a point to each one of your group members. Each group member must have a main point in which they create their own chapter of the book off of. You will be required to have four main requirements in this chapter, the first of which is a summary, in which you will write down your main ideas of your period of the phase of German government you are assigned. The second is graphics. No one likes a boring history book. Liven it up. Make it interesting. Catch people's attention. The third is a timeline. You will be creating a timeline of that period of the German government in which you are assigned. Fourth is a works cited page. Give credit where credit is due. You will be required to have at least one of each of the following types of sources in this works cited page. You will have to have a minimum of 3 sources. The first of which is a scholarly source, the second a primary source, and a third an online source. These 3 sources do not have to be those sources in order. Those 3 types of sources must be in your works cited page. Putting your book together. Create a title, make it catchy, ladies and gentlemen. Catch mine and your classmates' attention. The pages must be in order by date. That seems self-explanatory, but please make sure they are. People make mistakes. Then you will be conducting a group presentation once the book is put together and the research is complete. You will have to conduct an introduction and conclusion, which will be done as a group, and then each person will present their chapter in order by date. These documents will help you, if needed, a concept map which will guide you through the project and tell you where we are going next. And this is an example of a page in which I will expect from you. There is no timeline. I did not put it on there, but remember you are required to do one. If you have questions about that, please ask me. And here is a handout of the PowerPoint instructions, which I have just went over, as well as due dates and a rubric in which you are required to follow. Now we're going to be discussing the research portion of this. You are going to learn how to think like a historian. First, you need to learn the difference between primary and secondary sources. A primary source is a source or document or any physical object that was written or created during the time under study. Basically, it is a source that is written as the event is happening during that time. Examples of this would be journals, letters, paintings. For example, if Bismarck wrote a letter to his wife, that would be considered a primary source. The secondary sources are objects created off of that primary source. For example, journals, articles, books. Scholarly journals and books are very, very good. And now you're going to ask yourself, what is a scholarly source? Well, the Webster definition is a peer-reviewed journal article or other written pieces that were written by scholars or professionals who are experts in their field. So these were written by professionals. You can trust their work. They have done research on it, and their peers in their fields have looked it over. Examples of where you can get these sources are university databases. You can use the University of Michigan, Eastern University. Jackson Community College has a database that is used often. You can also look in scholarly journals. Here's a link to a great one, but I also want you to remember there is such thing as a library. The librarians are very helpful. Please use them and read, read, read. This will be an outside of class project as well. There's one question I want you to ask yourself over and over again while researching your topic, and that is, why? Keep asking yourself this question. Don't stop. Why did this person do that? Why did that army march in there? Why did this war start? Why did Germany decide they wanted to take over the world? Why did Bismarck want Austria? Why? Keep asking why. Don't stop. I would like you to create a research question, which is basically, what is the one thing you really want to know about your topic? What is the one thing you want to find out? This is not required. It will not be for points, but it will definitely get you a good start to where you want to go. First question you're going to ask yourself while creating your question is, what do you want to know? And then you're going to want to ask yourself, what do you know about this topic? What do you know about Hitler and the Nazis? And then what do you want to know? What do you really want to know? And pick the most important thing and find it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I leave you. Have fun, good luck, don't be afraid to ask me questions, and learn.